Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, what up? So today's video is going to be a different type of video, something that I've never done on my channel. But basically we're going to be going through all of my recent Ulta purchases, and I'm going to be showing you guys everything that I've bought and whether I've used those products, whether they're just like sitting in my collection waiting on me to use them. And then I'm also going to give you guys how I feel about the products that I have used already. So this is kind of going to be like mini reviews of products. Some people do this where they do like a monthly roundup of all of the purchases that they made for the month, and then they kind of just tell you about the products or whether they've used them or not. So this is similar to that, but the only thing is I'm only doing my Ulta purchases. So that's where a majority of my makeup has been coming from for the last forever. Really, I only order from Sephora every now and then, but most of my makeup purchases come from Ulta. And so we're going to be going back until about January, because ever since the whole pandemic started, I ordered way more makeup than I probably would have had it not happened. So yeah, we're gonna go back until about January. And if you guys can see, there is so much stuff on my bed right now that we need to talk about. So we're gonna go through it. By the way, I forgot to say this. If you guys are loving the makeup look that I'm wearing right now, I did go ahead and do a full face tutorial over on Instagram on IGTV. So if you guys wanna see how I got this poppin' makeup look, then go head over to my Instagram. I used my Abh Amrezy as well as my Abh Norvina Volume 4 palette for this look, and I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. So yeah, go check out that and we can get into the video. So my last purchase I made was on May 29th, and I bought an eye cream, which is in my bathroom right now, but it's the Rock Retinol Correction Sensitive Eye Cream. For the products that I don't have with me right now, I will go ahead and insert a little screenshot of what they look like. But yeah, I purchased the Rock Retinol Correction Sensitive Eye Cream, and I have been using it for the past like 3 nights. The next thing I got was the Tarte Poreless Mattifying Primer and the ABH Powder Bronzer in Mahogany. So these are those 2 products right here, and I've actually just used these on my face today, so I don't really have a strong opinion about them. I did not think that the Tarte Poreless Mattifying Primer was going to be a straight silicone primer. It reminds me of the Smashbox original primer. It's just straight silicone, so not sure how I feel about that just yet. But this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Bronzer in Mahogany, and this is just a really nice bronzer. It works well on my skin. It bronzes me up really nicely, and I don't know why I needed another bronzer in my collection, but I went ahead and purchased it. So oops, actually I didn't even buy this order. Somebody bought this order for me because I actually got my promotable status, so I am now Sergeant Promotable in the Army, and I also made NCO of the quarter. So this was like their little gift to me for winning those things. So yeah, I didn't actually pay for that order. But we're gonna move on. So my next purchase was May 21st. And this, again, I actually did not purchase this. Somebody else got this for me. And it was the Morphe 39S Such a Gem palette. So when this palette originally came out, I was not interested in it at all. But because it was somebody else's money getting spent, I went ahead and just grabbed this palette. So this is the one with all the really pretty pinks and purples in it. I am actually happy to have this in my collection. So yeah, that's what I got on the 21st of May. Moving to the 18th of May, I bought a couple of Super Shock shadows, a NYX Worth the Hype mascara, and a NYX Prismatic eyeshadow in Bedroom Eyes. So this was just a random purchase. I have one Ultra Glitter, which is in the shade Frog. I haven't even opened these yet, you guys. One Ultra Glitter, which is in Birthday Wish. Then I have an Ultra Metallic in Like a Shot, which is like a little champagne color. I also got this NYX Prismatic eyeshadow in Bedroom Eyes, just a bronzy metallic type of shade that I can use every day. And then this is the NYX Worth the Hype mascara. So as you can see, this is still in the packaging. I have not opened any of these things yet. Then we have May 10th, and May 10th I actually bought 2 Mixed Chicks hair products. So I bought the Mixed Chicks leave-in conditioner, which is my fave leave-in conditioner right now. It's in my bathroom though. And then I bought the Mixed Chicks conditioning wash, which is okay, but not my favorite. And then I bought the e.l.f. Bite Size eyeshadow palette in Rose Water. This is what that palette looks like. I now have 4 of these little e.l.f. palettes, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I haven't used none of them. Moving on to May 5th, I bought the Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, the Morphe X James Charles Mini Palette, and then the Clinique and Becca highlighters that I already did a review on here on my channel. So let me just grab those and show you guys what those products look like. First is the Morphe James Charles Mini Palette. You guys are all familiar with what this palette looks like. This is brand new. Have not used it yet. Then I have the Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. I have used this a couple times. Now that I'm starting to get a little bit of sun because it's hot as hell here in Arizona. It's like 102 in Tucson. This bronzer, it works, but it doesn't bronze me as much as I would like. For instance, like my ABH Mahogany bronzer. So this is going to be a perfect bronzer for like fall and winter time. It really smells so amazing. And I have those two highlighters, like I said. So I have already used these because I did a review of them on my channel. I am obsessed with both of these highlighters and have been using them consistently since I got them. This is the Clinique Powder Pop Lunar Highlighter, and then this is the Becca On Your Light Highlighter. So my next purchase was on April 30th. I bought 3 setting sprays. If I did a makeup inventory right now, y'all would be gasping at my numbers because it's out of control. It's so out of control. But anywho, so I got the Ulta Beauty Wannabe Free Makeup Setting Spray, and this is the one that controls oil. I also got the Wannabe Active Setting Spray, which contains broad spectrum SPF 50, and it is water resistant up to 80 minutes. And I definitely need this living here in Arizona because we all know Arizona is sunny like 300 days out of the damn year. So I was just very intrigued by it and I wanted to buy it. And then I got a repurchase. This is the Milani Make It Last 16-Hour Wear Setting Spray. This is raved about for a reason. And when I finish this one, I'm definitely gonna buy the extra large size. Okay, so also in that order, I purchased the ABH Liquid Eyeliner. I really do like this liquid liner. It's super black, super matte. It has definitely been one of my favorites. The next thing I bought in that order was an eyeshadow palette, and this is the Morphe 9D Painted Desert Palette. I have not used this palette yet, but I am so excited to get some use out of this. For one, the names is what got me to buy this palette. Photo Op, Vista, Overlook, Bucket List, High Temp, Horizon, Awestruck, Scenic, and Panoramic. Do those names not remind you of Arizona? Vista, I live in Sierra Vista. Overlook, there's a lot of mountains here. High Temp, it's hot as fuck. Horizon, like these names just really got me. And then the actual colors of the palette, I feel like this would be perfect to do like golden hour and sunset type of makeup looks for my Instagram. So I just really wanted this palette. So next thing I bought was the Milani Green Goddess Transforming Lip Balm. I really just wanted a new lip balm. I have used it. It's nice and moisturizing. I don't really like the color pink that it turns my lips, but it is a really moisturizing lip balm. I also bought one of the Essence and Ulta Beauty Girls United lip glosses, and this is in the shade Finesse. As you guys can see, it's still in the packaging, so I have not opened that one yet. And the last thing I got with that order was another Real Techniques setting brush, and I've been liking to use these brushes for my concealer, and then I also use them for highlight and things like that. So my next order was April 24th. I got a backup of this one, but I've quickly found out that I love the Aloe Cucumber and Green Tea one more than all of the other facial sprays I've talked about. So in that order, I also did buy a backup of the Ulta Beauty Watermelon Facial Mist. I also purchased an Ulta Beauty Buffing Concealer Brush, and then I picked up a replacement of my Beauty Bakery Flour Powder, but I got this one in the shade Plantain, and I love the Plantain one more than the yellow one. If you haven't tried it, then you definitely should. Moving down to April 17th. The first thing I got was the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss set. I've only used the first 2. I also was on a lip sleeping mask hunt, and I bought the Ulta Beauty Pout Perfector lip sleeping mask with shea butter and coconut oil, but right after I bought this one, I ended up just going ahead and purchasing the Laneige one, and I definitely like the Laneige one over this one. I also purchased another of the Essence and Ulta Beauty Girls United lip glosses, and this one is in Power Nude, and it's basically a creamy nude shade. I also bought a Conair True Glow facial brush, but it's in my bathroom right now, and I use that thing every day to exfoliate my face after I take my makeup off, and it is perfection. I love it. I purchased the Ulta Beauty Feeling Peachy Lip Treatment Kit. I haven't used any of the products in here yet, but I just had to have it. And then the last thing I got was the ColourPop So Juicy Plumping Lip Gloss in the shade Princess Cut. y'all don't judge me. Like I said, you guys are getting a look into like a makeup hoarder's spending habits, I guess. On the 15th, I bought a bunch of blushes, and then I bought 2 of the Morphe M433 brushes, but those are dirty. I've already used them. I bought this Tarte Stay Spray setting spray, and I have used this, but I don't know how well this actually keeps my makeup on. These are the NYX Sweet Cheeks matte blushes. I got the powder blush in the shade Fig, which I haven't used this one yet. I got the color Risky Business, which is like a hot fire pink color. I got Summer Breeze, which this is my favorite out of all of them. It is like a corally type of orange color. I got Daydream, which is like a super pinky coral type of shade. I'm happy I bought those. My next purchase was on April 10th, and I got 1 eye cream and 2 eyeshadow palettes from Morphe. So the eye cream, this is just the Origins Eye Doctor Moisture Care for Skin Around Eyes. Got this to use in conjunction with my retinol eye cream so that I can give my skin a little bit more moisture. And then the 2 eyeshadow palettes I got from Morphe are the 18T and the 18F eyeshadow palettes. So the 18T just looks like this one. I'm assuming that T stands for taupe, but it's basically just a neutral kind of eyeshadow palette. I have used this one. I used it for work, and I do really like the look that I got from this one. It's just a basic eyeshadow palette that I can use for whatever look that I'm doing for work. I can mix it with other palettes, so I really like that one. And then this is what the 18F looks like. So it's basically a pinky purple toned eyeshadow palette, so I don't even have to explain this one. I haven't used it yet. I've just swatched some of the colors. Moving on down to April 3rd, this is when I purchased the ColourPop and Mulan collection. The only thing I got was the eyeshadow palette and the lip collection. This is what the palette looks like. I have used the palette a couple of times. It is pretty. It's a really gorgeous neutral type of eyeshadow palette. In the Luxe Lip Trio, it comes with the Hua Mulan Luxe Lipstick, which I have used before. I've used the Phoenix Lip Gloss. It's basically like my type of lip gloss. It is a gold glittery shimmery type of color. And we have the Luxe Liquid Lipstick, which is in Strong Chi, and I haven't used this one yet. March 31st, I bought 2 of the e.l.f. like foundation brushes. So the first one is the ultimate blending brush, and then I got the Selfie foundation blurring brush. Both of those apply foundation amazingly. Also bought a vitamin C serum from Mad Hippie, which I've talked about in a favorites video before a long time ago. It's still one of my favorites. I purchased the LA Girl Pro Mastery eyeshadow palette, which I still have not used this yet, but these colors were calling to me because, again, they're like pinky mauve type of shades, but you do have some neutrals in here as well. I also purchased the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue concealer, and I got mine in the shade Dark 22. In that order, I also got the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist in Sweet Peach. This was done in collaboration with Saweetie. I love the smell of this. I have used it just because I wanted to see what it smelled like. And then I also got the e.l.f. Glitter Eyeshadow in Dirty Martini, which I have not used yet, but this is super beautiful. On March 22nd, I did get a CeraVe facial moisturizer. I use that every night. I also got a CeraVe Ultralight moisturizer with broad spectrum SPF 30, which I use during the day. I got an Essence eye blender brush. This is what that one looks like. It's just a really nice fluffy eye blender brush. It works amazingly well. I purchased the NYX Bear With Me Prime Set and Refresh 8-Hour Spray. I have a backup of this. I love this. I think I've already talked about it in a favorites video. I got the Morphe 8Z Star Blazer highlighter palette, which looks like this. I love the packaging that it comes in. I wish it came with a mirror, but it basically looks like this. And I've only used 2 of the colors. Yes, I've only used 2 of the colors in this palette, so I don't really have an opinion on how I feel about it. But when I did use those 2 colors, it gave me a nice highlight. I just didn't like how powdery the formula was. And then that is also when I purchased this foundation and concealer combination. So this is the Zoeva Authentic Skin Natural Luminous Foundation and Authentic Skin Perfector Retouch Concealer. This foundation is not luminous. It basically gives a natural finish to the skin. On March 11th, I purchased 2 eyeshadow palettes that have quickly become my favorites. This is the Zoeva Spice of Life eyeshadow palette. I've used this palette a ton of times, both for work and on the weekend, and I love this palette so much. That's a beautiful beautiful palette. I love that palette. And then I also love the X's and O's palette from ColourPop. I went back and forth on whether I needed to buy this palette, but I'm so glad that I did. I've used this so much. This is now my favorite brow bone highlight shade. I have it on my brow bone today. And this is just an overall really cohesive, beautiful palette. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So February 14th is when I purchased the Milani Screen Queen Natural Foundation. I have the shades 450 Deep Amber and 480 Spice Toffee because I could not find my shade in store. So I just purchased 2 shades to go ahead and mix, and these give me a really, really nice color. So I actually do really like this foundation, and I know I've never talked about it on my channel before, but that's why I'm doing this video. That's why I'm going over my purchases, because I know I don't talk about a lot of things on my channel. On February 10th, I just purchased a couple of products. I purchased the Morphe Mattifying Continuous Setting Mist. This is a holy grail setting mist. I will definitely repurchase this when I run out. This leaves my skin so matte, it's unreal, and it lasts throughout the entire day. I also purchased this Morphe Bronzer in Vlogger, and I don't know why I never tried these out, but this is a really good little bronzer for my skin tone. Again, I just feel like this one would be more suited for like the fall and winter time, but the times that I did use this, it was beautiful on the skin. It's a really, really nice kind of smooth contour, and it does have a little bit of shimmer to it, which I don't mind. So that was actually really good. And the last thing that I got was the BH Cosmetics Illuminating in Ireland 6-color highlight palette. I've planned to use this palette so many times, and I just have not touched it yet, but the colors in here are absolutely stunning. Beautiful, definitely my type of shades when it comes to highlights. I'm specifically obsessed with these two right here. This is Charmed and this is Golden. I cannot wait to put those on my cheeks, but I just have not used this palette yet. Okay, so the very last thing I'm going to show you guys, I bought on January 17th, and this is the Tartelette Party Eyeshadow Palette. So I bought this palette just because I like these little mini Tarte palettes. I would definitely take them traveling with me, but I would also use them just on an everyday basis, like for work or something. I just love these little mini palettes. It's something about small little mini palettes like this that just get me. I also have the Tartelette palette. It's like the little mini one, but I don't know, this one just called to me, and I do really like the colors in here. I've swatched them, haven't actually used them on my eyes yet, but when I do, you guys will know. In this order, I also picked up the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer, but I ended up returning that one because if you guys saw my little demo and everything with that face primer, I tried it so many times and it just kept making my skin like extremely oily and disgusting throughout the day. So that's like one of the only things that I've returned this year. So you know it was bad. So that is it, you guys. I did, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I did skip over a lot of things that I bought just because I felt like this video was gonna be too long, but I hope it was a nice little escape for you guys. I know a lot of people, you know, come to YouTube to get away from the things that are actually going on in the world, even if it's just for a little while. So I hope that this long video was helpful to you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a look into a makeup hoarder's spending habits. And yeah, I hope you guys just enjoyed the video overall. So if you did, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up and leave me a comment down below letting me know what you thought about this video. If you're new, you should definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification so that you are notified every single time that I upload a video. And I will see you all in my next one. Peace.